We know the NFL owners cleared the way for the city and Jaguars to build a stadium of the future. We know conceptually it will look somewhat like SoFi Stadium in the LA area, home to the Rams. But this isn't just about a stadium. It's about opening the door to the future. How so? Well, to answer that question, Mark Lamping, president of the Jacksonville Jaguars, joins me from London via Zoom. Hey, good morning or afternoon where you are, bruv, as they say across the pond. Thanks for your time.
Well, good morning to you. It's a little later here, but it's a pleasure to be with you.
So, Mark, this, as I said, is not just about a stadium. It's about development and growth downtown, economic and community development. How does this open the door?
Well, we talked about from the very start of this process, which was many years ago, several mayors ago, many different city councils ago, that if the end result was just a solution for the Jaguars and the Florida-Georgia game and the Tax Slayer Bowl, we would have missed a huge opportunity. What we really wanted to do, and this was a goal that was shared by the mayor, was to make sure that the positive impact of this development was felt all throughout Duval County. And we think we've done that. I mean, not only in terms of the stadium itself and the jobs that they'll create, not only during the construction period, but going beyond that, but the historic community benefits agreement, the largest in the history of the National Football League, with funds, $300 million invested, that will do so many things across the entirety of Duval County, and getting into neighborhoods, particularly the out east neighborhood that's been underserved for far too long, but also some of the things that we've been wanting to get done for quite some time, which is the completion of the Riverfront parks on the North Bank from downtown out to the sports complex. So, all of that is moving forward as part of this. It adds to the Four Seasons Hotel and Residence currently under construction, the Jaguars office building, which is next to that, which will see a topping out on that building probably in the not too distant future. And, finally, we will be making some significant delivery on promises and proposals that have been around for quite some time.
Shad Khan's made it clear that there's a vacuum, has been a vacuum in Jacksonville, and he wants to move the needle. How so?
Well, Shad believes that how downtown Jacksonville goes ultimately is how the Jaguars will go. He has been a very significant investor in downtown Jacksonville. The single largest private investment in downtown Jacksonville is underway right now across the street from the stadium with the Four Seasons project. That will be exceeded by the private investment that goes into this reimagined publicly owned stadium. And the community benefits agreement in terms of investment throughout the community. A lot of people doubted Shad. A lot of people doubted whether Four Seasons would come to Jacksonville. Well, they did. And all Shad ever asked to do is judge him based on his actions. And I think the significance of the National Football League approving a 30-year lease extension between the Jaguars and the city of Jacksonville, it's probably, as Shad has said, a bad day for the doubting Thomases.
Yeah, but he wants the Jaguars to have an imprint, the team to have an imprint on the socio-economic and cultural impact on this city, too, not just a building imprint.
Well, Shad's felt that way. You've seen his leadership on some issues which have nothing to do with football, the passage of the HRO a few years ago. Shad understands that, this community pours a lot into the Jaguars. We certainly benefit significantly from the support of our fans, but with that comes the obligation to give back to the community. The Jaguars have done that throughout their history. The legacy of giving back that was started by Wayne and Dolores Weaver has continued, and in many respects has been enhanced under Shad's leadership of the franchise. And at the end of the day, we want to be a positive contributor to this community. We want the community to view us as a uniter, not a divider. And in today's times, there's not so many things in communities that can bring people together. The Jaguars are certainly one of those.
And I don't know how long it's been, but you and I took a walk along the riverbank, and you told me that you hope it brings the river alive.
Well, it's one of the great rivers in this country. It is a underutilized asset in downtown Jacksonville. The history of the city is wrapped around the St. Johns River, and the idea that it's not being activated is is an opportunity, that's lost. And that's why we're so proud in terms of the stadium agreement. One of the things that will follow will be completing the park systems from downtown all the way out through Met Park. One of the aspects of our agreement is, the city's done a great job in terms of creating parks in the past. Maybe where the city has fallen a little short is maintaining and programming and activating those parks. And that's why we're so proud that part of our $150 million commitment to the communities is $30 million to make sure that these new downtown parks are properly maintained.
It's interesting because you've also said that these stadium renovations will impact the National Football League. How will this stadium renovation impact the NFL and Jacksonville's standing?
Well, it puts us in a position to compete for major NFL events, the draft, certainly. The stadium will become much more attractive for other big non-football events, concerts, and things of the sort. And all of those major events, not only are they great for the people who choose to attend those events, but most importantly, they bring significant economic benefit. And, that's one of the promises of this new stadium, particularly with the roof that will eliminate the weather risk that we've had to deal with for quite some time.
Mark Lamping, appreciate your time. And this weekend against the Patriots, bringing home a win, right?
I sure hope so, Bruce. Our fans certainly deserve it.
Appreciate you, your time, and have a great day.
All right, take care. Thank you.